Hi everyone. I'm trying to get this set up so that you can see what I'm doing here. And let me try to get this fixed so I can see comments. I don't know, I haven't had any luck with this in the past, that's for sure. Trying to get this iPad set up. But anyway, how are you all doing on this? What is this, Tuesday afternoon? I've lost my days. Hubby's been sick, and it makes for days just running into each other, that's for sure. Anyway, today I'd like to share a Christmas project with you that I'm going to be doing on this sheet of galvanized tin. I have a very slow iPad, I'm sorry. Picked this up at Michael's. It has a picture frame stand to it so that and a hook here so you can hang it on the wall or you can stand it up on a table. And I thought it would be cute standing up on the table. And we are very slow today. I always have trouble trying to get this iPad to come up for these lives. I don't know if it just doesn't want to work whenever I'm doing the lives on my phone or what's going on. So anyway, I'm going to be using this galvanized tin that I picked up at Michael's. Really cute. And before I even did anything else, I cleaned it with some alcohol to make sure there's no oils or anything on it. And then I've already used this transfer several different times, so I'm going to be using Joy to the World and like this, the new Joy to the World. Let me scroll up here and see what we got going. It's not showing up. So if you have any comments, I'm not so sure I'm going to be able to see them. Let's see what happens here. Let's go on down. Say hi when you come in. If you like this project, share it with someone. I'd love it. Get the word out that I'm doing some projects now on Facebook Live, or trying to. Okay, I just give up on this iPad. I think I just might as well use my desktop from now on. Anyway, okay, we're going to be using this transfer, Joy to the World. I'm going to be using the colors black, candy apple red, and green envy. And the first thing we need to do is make sure we fuzz this, because on galvanized tin, these stickers, these transfers will stick quite well. And when you go to remove them, they can be very, very difficult to pull up, and that'll stretch your transfer for sure. Okay, I need to just stand it up. All right. Pull it off and just fuzz it first, and that what you have to do is just put your transfer on a regular terry towel, lay it down, smooth it, and you're going to see this is stained because I've used it several times, and these colors, these darker colors, can stain your transfer a little bit. Okay, let's kind of center this right here. I don't think that's quite center. Let me do that again. You're going to see how easy and simple this is to do, and in just a matter of minutes. If you don't have trouble with your iPad trying to do a Facebook Live, it takes very little time to put one of these together, and you've got something really cute. I see people are on here, and there's comments, but oh, I'm sorry, I can't answer the comments because they're not showing up, guys. So I'll try to answer any questions you have afterwards. Let me try something here. There we go. And then I'm going to put To the World right under it. Now I'm working not in my usual space today because hubby's sick and I usually do my lives in my bedroom at my desk where all my lighting and everything is, so you'll have to excuse the lighting. It's a cloudy day here and the sun's not cooperating very well at all, so I hope the lighting on this is pretty good. Get that straightened up for you because it'll make you seasick. Okay, I'm going to start with the red on the joy part of it, and you just basically put chalk paste on and then just smooth right over it. Very simple. Do the Y. And then just squeegee off the excess. I kind of go in two different directions to make sure I don't have any lines and that I get all the little spaces filled up. And the red's done. So you pull it up from a corner, walk up to the center, and then slowly pull it up. Now, as you pull it up, you can look at it. These really stick to this tin, and see if there's any spots that you feel like you missed. And if there is, you can lay it back down and actually apply some more paste to that area. And look at how perfect those letters come out. Now, I'm going to clean these in the sink after I get done here. Right now I'm just laying them off to the side. Now I'm going to take the black and add it to the words "to the world." Squeegee off the excess. And pull up the transfer. If you can get a hold of a corner. There we go. I know it's a little early to be starting Christmas, but I like to get things, I like to do most of my decor myself. I like to make almost everything for my Christmas decor here at the house. And so I have to start early. This is a heat gun. I'm just going to dry these. Okay, as you can see, chalk paste dries rather quickly. So the next thing we're going to do is in the middle of this joy, we're going to put the wreath transfer. And I'm going to try to center this. I should fuzz it first, huh? There's my towel. Because this is pretty sticky transfer. And all you're doing is just putting a little bit of lint on the back of this transfer that you wash off later, just to make it so it's easy to take off whenever you get done. All right, let's see. Over just a little bit more. All right, now I'm just going to smooth around the silk screen portion here. These transfers are silk screen. They're reusable. The silk screen helps to make the transfers more acute as far as the sharpness of the images whenever it's done. And I'm not going to adhere it down where the chalk is because honestly, with as sticky as these are, it could pull my chalk paste back up again. So I'm just going to take a little green here and go over the wreath. Takes very little paste to make one of these. And that's it. And now I'm going to pull it up, pulling from the center down, and kind of look at it as I go to make sure I haven't missed any areas. And look at that. I mean, honestly, I couldn't paint one of these like this. I'm telling you. I'm going to dry this green. going to let that cool for a minute because otherwise my transfer will really stick to it. Clean my squeegee off a bit here so I can reuse it because I'm going to put some red berries over this green wreath that we've got here, their base form. Okay. Again, fuzz our transfer, and fuzz this one really well because you're going to be laying it over the top of that green chalk, and I really don't want that chalk to pull up. Which it can do. Now let me see if I can figure, I'm going to have to pull this down closer to me so I can see where these berries go. Let's see. I think like this. And you can see through the screen print where the berries would be, where your wreath is, and hopefully I'm getting this positioned just right so that they are on the wreath. And I'm just putting that on lightly because, like I said, I don't want it to pull up my green chalk paste. And then I'm going to put the red chalk paste on. This is called layering. All right, now I'm going to take this one off. And we've got some red berries on our wreath. Now, I thought that this was just a little bit too plain whenever I made it, and I wanted to add a little bit more to it. So let me dry these berries real quick so I don't get my fingers in them. Now, if you don't have a heat gun, you don't have to worry. You can use a hair dryer to do this part. It's quite simple. Let me see. I'm going to use, this is another piece from another transfer that I'm going to use. And basically, I'm going to put this down the side here. And I'm going to clean my black squeegee. When you come in, just say hi. I can't see my comments, but I'll be able to look at them later. I'd love to see who all is here. And if you like this project, share it with your friends. They might like it too. Try to be careful not to go off. If you think that you've got a transfer that you might accidentally go off onto your project, you don't have to worry about it. Chalk paste, you can just wash it right up when you're done. However, if you're not inclined to want to make a mistake like that, just put some masking tape down along the edge of your transfer here, and it'll keep you on within your guidelines, and you don't have to worry about it that way. Now I'm going to pull this up. And this is a rustic design, even though it's filling all of the areas on the silk screen. There are some areas that you're going to see that are skipped because it's supposed to look like it's distressed. So you may or may not notice that on the camera. Sometimes you can see it real well, sometimes you can barely see it at all. But that one. And now I'm going to turn this sideways. I'm sorry, just so I can see, line things up a bit. I'm going to go ahead and lay it down over here. That looks pretty close. Yeah. I'm not one that measures too much, as you'll see if you watch very many of my videos, because basically I'm a lazy crafter. I want things that are simple. The simpler the better. And I do a lot of eyeballing. So I put that down, and then I just ran the squeegee over it to make sure it's adhered nicely. And now I'm going to go over it with chalk paste, like I did the other side. And this is meant to look like a sign that's been around for a few years, and some of the ink's starting to wear off of it. You know, your rustic that I like. I mean, a lot of people don't like that look, but I love it. So now I'm going to pull this one up. And there we go. Oh, that's not a problem. I'll fix that. Got a little bit off on there. And now that I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to get black chalk paste all over me, as you can see. It's very easy cleanup. Well, this is kind of used up now. Just get some antibacterial wipes and wipe off your hands with it. All right. And this black chalk paste doesn't dry fast, I'll tell you. And I think I went over further than I wanted to go, but we can fix that. You'll find out I'm a hot mess crafter. A lazy one too. I don't do a lot of measuring, I do a lot of eyeballing. I kind of fly by the seat of my pants. All right, but I get it done. All right. Now there's a couple of spots here. What happened to my toothpick? I had a toothpick here, but I can't see it now. Okay, I'll just wipe this off with a rag. Like I said, it's very simple to wipe off anything you don't want. And some of this isn't showing up quite right because of being on the galvanized, but black chalk paste is the worst for Alright. So then I thought what I would do, I guess I better get all this chalk paste off my fingers first. What I would do was just add a little ribbon at the bottom of it. Oh my gosh, this stuff is growing. I really got into it, didn't I? Usually I'm not this messy, but I certainly was today, wasn't I? And I've got this black buffalo plaid ribbon. And I think I better put the lids on this chalk paste before I get into it some more. And there's my toothpick. Especially the black. You know what I could do is just move all this over here out of the way. All right, sorry about that. Black chalk paste everywhere. So I'm going to put this under here. Bring it around. I'm just going to tie it here. This is some wired ribbon. I actually picked this, goodness gracious, this black chalk paste. It's everywhere. Where do I keep getting into this at? Wow. Okay. I'm actually going to just take this and tie it right here. And then I'm just going to take a pair of scissors, cut it at an angle. Side two. Now, you see this little bit up here that has a little bit more, had some chalk paste that kind of smeared a little bit. You can just take a toothpick and clean it up a little bit if you don't like it like that, which I think it looks like it got smeared a little bit, so I'm just going to clean it up a bit. See, very forgiving. I think that's all that I saw that I didn't really care for. Okay, there it is, Joy to the World. And it will sit up like, oh, you're not going to be able to see it unless I can turn it. Sit up like that on a table, or you can hang it on a wall. All up to you how you'd like to use it. Now, I'm going to be doing some bundles over in my VIP group. I'd be happy if you came and joined us there. I'm having trouble with my phone, I'm sorry. Chalking with Kathy. I offer bundles and giveaways, and I'm having a class next week on November the 15th here for anybody that's local in Myrtle Beach. But if you're not local to Myrtle Beach and would still like to do the class, I am offering bundles that I can ship to you for the cost of the bundle plus your shipping. I'll also be including the chalk paste and whatever needed to finish the project with. This Transfer Joy to the World is one of them. The galvanized board is not one of the classes that we're doing. We're doing it on the boutique 10 by 10 square board, which is a black chalkboard. So hopefully you all can see that and get signed up, because it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time learning how to chalk together. Okay, that's it for me today. I'll be seeing you all soon. Thank you.